One more thing before we go. I saw this today, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, interesting enough, we talking about me being a believer. There was something that was caught on, that was said in the congregation by the one and only Marvin Sapp. Marvin Sapp did something that I don't necessarily condone what he did, and I think it's worth talking about. So let's go ahead and see what did Marvin Sapp said on a Sunday.
They understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. They understand the cost.
Marvin?
Excuse my language. The fuck are you talking? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
So, Marvin, here's the problem with that. Now, I do agree with what you just said. Giving is worship. Absolutely. You would not get no complaints out of me about giving tithes and offering. Tithes and offering. Tithes is pretty much 10%. Offering is however much you want to put on top of that. Solely up to you. I have no problem with tithing the church house, just like people don't have problem giving their tithes and offering to strip clubs, super chats, cash apps, all that stuff. I don't have a problem with giving to the church because that is a form of worship. What I do have an issue with is the fact that you are forcing people to give money to the church. Yeah, I don't agree with that. And so people know that I can speak on this. Remember, for those who forgot, don't tell me I deleted that ticker. I better not. Okay, yes, no, I didn't. It's right here. What are my ideologies? Real simple. Christian, child of God, believer. God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yes, I am speaking. You're talking to somebody who believes what he reads. You're talking to somebody who's actively in the church currently, going to church, not participating in the church. That's a calling. If God calls me to do something, I will do it. If God calls me to do something, I'm going to do it. In the church, doesn't matter. That's what I do. So, Marvin Sapp to where we at? Where's that? I gotta get this together. Yeah, for Marvin Sapp to tell the ushers to lock the doors and to demand that the 1,000 people in attendance and the 1,000 people watching online go ahead and donate $20 to the church. When it comes to being a believer, it's to not force God on them. I don't force God on anybody, even those who has been walking the path. The most powerful thing that God gave everybody is free will as a choice. Yes, ideally, if you believe, you should pay your respects. God, or in the case of tithes and offering, that is a commandment from God. That is a worship from God, and it's real simple. Some people say, why you have to pay tithes and offering to a church? I don't know why do you pay money to go to school? Boy, there's something I'm missing. If there is a education if there's an institution that is going to bless you intellectually, you have no problem paying the tuition to go to school. Why not do the same thing for a church? The same thing applies. Or even that. I would love to go to a place that benefits me and not pay a dime. Obviously my place, but guess what? I gotta pay to stay here. So I know it sounds like I'm making Marvin's point, but I'm not. So I get the idea of paying, but no, absolutely not. You don't force that on anybody. I would never force anybody to pay me. Like hell, when I do my birthday streams, I just put up the Cash App and that's it, and I keep moving. I don't. And during the beginning of the show, the links to my Cash App is right there if people want to make a quiet donation. But I'm not forcing anybody to do something they don't want to do. How do you know they have $20? And the assumption that everybody's going out to eat afterwards, like y'all ain't got nowhere to go, and it's like you about to go somewhere new. Why don't you put that money to church? In theory, you're absolutely correct, but you're forcing somebody to do something that they cannot do or don't want to do, and that's perfectly fine. That's for God to figure out. That has nothing to do with us. If you don't want to follow the rules and the commandment of God, that is your prerogative. You're just not going to escape the consequences. I know we got some people who believe that. I won't go there. Not now, at least. God told you to do something, do it. And with the tithes regarding this, God did not say force me onto anybody. Or don't force someone to do something they don't want to do. I gave them free will for a reason. And for you to do this is violating their free will. If they don't want to pay, then that's fine. I'll deal with them another way. But in case of you, I gave you one job to do, and you're screwing that one up. And I say this respectfully to the Marvin Sapps of the world. I get what you're doing. Shout out to you that's a nice hustle. Shout out to you for putting your money where your mouth is. But to force Jesus on people like that, or force somebody to do something that they don't want to do, I worry, because that draws people away from the church. And if you draw people away from the church, you draw people away from a church family. And you draw people away from church, you also draw them away from stuff like Bible studies where they get to open the Bible and learn about God. And once you start forcing people to do that, you'll drive them away from God. It's a trickle effect. You start from the low, you work your way all the way to the top, and you're driving people away from God because you're forcing a belief system on them. Now you can say, well, some people say, well, you're Christian, so you should already do this. That's not the case entirely, and you know that. You don't know their walk of life and their walk with God. So there's some people who cannot give to the church every Sunday. And you pray for them, you help God bless them, and you keep it right there. For telling the ushers to close the doors in church, like had that been me, we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, we're gonna have a serious problem. That might be my last Sunday there. You're not about to play me like that. You're not about to hustle me like that. So I don't, as a believer, I don't appreciate what Marvin Sapp did. I understand where he was going with it, what he was trying to do, but there's ways to get things done that wasn't it. But even a great man is allowed to mess up one time. That was a big mess up, but it's Marvin Sapp, salute to you. No hard feelings, I just wouldn't do it. Now, how much money did he actually raise? I don't know. Like I said, based off of that number, no more than 40. Well, actually, that's not true. Around the 40,000 mark, did he actually collect it? No, I don't know. I really don't know, ladies and gentlemen. All I know is I'm not forcing you to do something you don't want to do. That's a conversation between you and God. That has nothing to do with me at all. So we will go over the tithes and offering chapter or the verse in due time, just so everybody have a clear understanding of where, as a believer, you need to decide on that. All right.